Two singles?
No, just one,
Alright, wow. Shooting going on or shooting ready?
Yeah, no, shooting going on. About to go to the studio. Remember I told you I finished the album?
Oh yeah?
Yeah, today's big day. I gotta go to the studio. Finish it up.
Man, that's cool.
Yeah, man. Y equals self, man. That's like a formula for life, you know? Where is bond, man? You know what I mean? Here it encapsulates the spirit of the whole bakery in a sense. Because I'm talking in front of it, right? So. Cool. Right, guys, let me know when we're rolling.
Yeah, we're rolling.
It's about growth, you know? So, yeah, that's kind of like going through the journey as far as leading up to this project. And now it's like here, we're taking it to the studio to master it and to get this thing finalized now. I'm gonna go in there, quickly route each track to the console. That's gonna take at least 5 minutes to make sure everything's routed properly. Okay, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Give me all those channels mono. So 3 to 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 9 and 10. Then the rest I can. Then I start doing tweaks as I listen through the room. And I'll listen to each track through the various parts of the system, because there's 3 sets of speakers in there. There's a near field, the same shit that's in my acoustic setup in the program, in the plugin is there in the room. That's the real version. There's the near fields, the mids, and the fars. Everything towards the purpose. You know what I mean? If you're not like contributing to this, just don't talk. Quick little decompression break, and then we gonna get into it. You see, I had a list of notes for every single track when I came to Metalworks. Just last little finishing touch type things I wanted to do to get the album exactly where I wanted it as far as the final masters. And I wanted to do that in the best listening environment possible. Metalworks being one of the best studios in the country, it was the obvious choice. You know, people like Prince come here, you know, people who are serious about their music and striving to get it done at the highest quality possible. The last track is like emotion. Now this is that social commentary. That track's like a Boondocks episode. The Boondocks will be like, yo, no matter how bad or fucked up the culture is, this is just what it is. Look at it. This is what it is. There's a concept of the dumb, deaf, and blind, like the 85%. So if you look throughout the album, there's literally a track called The Blind, then the deaf, and then it's gonna get to the dumb. And then this is like the blind, where so I was like, you can act blind to it, like, you know? So it's like, you can act blind like you don't see what's going on. Huh? Yeah, from the movie Belly, yeah. Him and Raz are arguing about morality in the car, and he's like, ain't no fucking purpose, get money and shit. But it's like, I'm using that to say the opposite point. Fuck knowledge. He's like, fuck knowledge. You think some motherfucker know what you need to do in a book? You think a nigga in a book know what you need to do? Ain't no purpose. I couldn't put that part though. I didn't put the book part. I'm like, nah, B. I don't want a baby to hear that, turn the track off, be like, alright.
Trust me, dog. Get some money. We doing the fucking job, man. In the meantime, you get money.
No, because it said, don't you despair. There ain't no rule that says you have to care. And you can always swear you're deaf, dumb, and blind, right? It's like, yo, B, the fact that the sample was saying deaf, dumb, and blind, it was just like a perfect find for me, because I'm like, ooh, I can talk my shit, like really get my shit off and like make it in an ill type of way, whatever. So that's why this track is actually called The Blind, because the sample is actually saying, that's how the gods classify the 85%. You know what I mean? The uncivilized, you know, poison animal eaters, ladies, and method of the power. It's like, yo, the 85%. People who do not know who they are or their origin in this world or worship that which they know not what. And easily led in the wrong direction, hard to lead in the right direction. So it's like deaf, dumb, and blind and shit.
Okay, go stupid, nigga. Okay, just lose it, nigga. Yeah, lose your mind, all in the name of rhymes. And then you can act blind to it, like your eyes don't witness. Matter of fact, put it in your car, ride with it. It's entertainment, right? Hey y'all, look, hey yo, they normalized the whack, I fell back. New attack plan, maximum contact, Raz flow, explode trap, no grenade combat rap. They padding the stats for iPhones, laundromat, spin psycho, wrist like Michael in the finals. Might go sideshow, Bob psycho, twist the hydro, timeless, fire flow. When I arrive, they say it killed the dinos. My criminal mind growth to shine, you soaking in bogus pride, invisible blindfolds over eyes. It's no surprise, holes open wide like the largemouth bass, oceanside. Never seen a soldier hide, only regroup and re-strategize in front of the camera's eyes. Internationally, murder is glamorized till ain't a man alive. So now it's back and forth, that's by design though. And you can act blind to it like your eyes don't witness.
I can be thinking like, how do I want my drums to hit? And part of making them hit is putting the right space in between them. It's almost like there's a suspense for the next drum hit. Boom, boom, boom. You add a little delay, it tricks the brain into second off. It makes it more interesting for the brain type of thing. In music, there's notes and there's rests, and the rests are just as important as the notes. So it's like the space in between the music defines the music sometimes more than the notes being used in the music. So I'm playing with the space in between the drums for the programming to kind of add to that vibe, to make it more humanistic, you know? Adds energy, especially on the high end. But if I were to remove all that like percussion, you see the high end becomes so flat. There wasn't that much percussion in the sample, but in the context of the whole mix, really adds to the groove. Because I could have done everything else and not had the right percussion on top, and now I don't have the same groove, I don't have the same energy, I don't have the same box. Boom, 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 you know what I mean? Okay, yeah, no, I want that synth at the very end. I don't want the synth, I only want the synth to come at the very end. Where did I put it? It's right here. Boom, no, synth, no, or where's the next one? I added, okay, there it is, instrument. Boom.
You can act blind to it, like your eyes don't witness. Matter of fact, put it in your car, ride with it. It's entertainment, like, that's crazy, man.
Cause see how my body's moving like this as I'm knocking like this? There's this note just to add to that motion. In the low mid-range to add that motion to the body of the record. I mean, I added that. Got my little Moog Bass on there, just. On the album, there's enough bass lines coming from the Moog because it can just give you some, you can get some sick tones out of this. If there's something going on the low end on the album, and that's not a kick, you know what I mean? As far as like a bass note, it's like definitely this subsequent 25, like, you know, this Moog joint. The tones I can get out of this, just for bass, just mad warm, you know? But it was like, man, it's like Dilla, why I got interested in getting into synthesis. Yeah, that's a whole nother thing too, because there's like a man with a bass guitar and he's like hitting the string and that's making a sound. But then this is a whole different type of bass. You have one oscillator and two oscillators, and you can change the frequency at which these are generating. The different, like, you know, filters, modulate different things about the two signals with this and make synthesized sounds. Not necessarily making a sound with like a string like that bass guitar. Hit the string and the sound reverberates inside here. This is like, this cabin is built a certain way to reverberate the sound inside here to give it a certain tone. Yo, the dope thing about this is because technically sound is just the air being moved, in principle with synthesis you can recreate natural sounds by the way you combine these waves. And you can choose the waveform. So oscillator 1 is a square wave. You hear that higher? I can take these two and blend them together, and that's just like two different types of waves. Like my voice is just a very complex combination of different types of waves. Like a sine wave is basically the most basic wave you can have, theoretically, right? But in nature, like, that makes a different wave. If I hit this and if I hit this and it was made of metal, it'll make a different wave. It'll make a different sound, right? Different complex sound, whatever, this and the third. So that being said, this is like sick. And synthesis is sick. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, you broke it down properly. That makes sense.
Okay, word. So with that being said, you can get some sick, like some dirty, grimy basses where it's like, oh man, you know what I mean? Get some warm basses and shit. The mixing and mastering process is a very important aspect of the music that we love. A lot of music wouldn't be the same if it wasn't for the engineers behind the scenes, working the boards, getting it sounding exactly how it's supposed to. I think about people like Lee Scratch Perry, my Jamaican lineage, King Tubby, you know? They were musicians, but they were also electrical engineers that had a serious understanding of the equipment that they were using, and they were able to create innovative styles of music based on their understanding of the science, which is seen as me striving to craft the perfect sound, you know?
Do what I'm telling you to do. What the fuck? Okay, do you see? Oh, it's moving slow, that's why. Okay, pencil. I want the pencil.
Swears like they acting blondos. Swears like they acting blondos.
Okay, good.
Nah, yo, swears like they acting blondos.
Whoa, why'd I get louder? Hold up, what's going on? Turn it down, 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 turn it down. This noise floor is too low. That should be level.
No perfect dog. It's money, man.
Yes, sir.
Maybe a little hotter. Maybe slightly hotter. I carved out more space. Maybe I can just tighten it up a
Some
bit.
bitches don't fit in your
Wow.
It's the way it's done.
love. Hey yo, I swear it's like they acting blind, don't supply the light.
Mute it. Okay.
Hey yo, I swear it's like they acting blind, don't supply the light. Via Vano, Viva the God flow. Need Toronto, Max Lotto, do pronto. I'm drifting away as the thoughts spill on the page. Some pictures don't fit in your flame. To be as free as the wind and the rain, the mission the same. He missed it cause
Now we record mode. I'm about to start recording.
who made this man join NASA? Bullets sent him outer space. His man survived just like he died too. You see it in his face. So now he lived to take a life for the life he can't replace. Multiply that pain, the whole gang feel the same way. So to the death, gladiator game, and even in death, they eating off your name. It's all just a post on the page, right? Keep scrolling and keep scrolling. Man.
That's crazy, Lord. It's the way it's done.
Love. Hey yo, I swear it's like they acting blind, don't supply the light. Via Vano, Viva the God flow. Need Toronto, Max Lotto, low prime. Hey yo, I'm drifting away as the thoughts spill on the page. Some pictures don't fit in the flame. To be as free as the wind and the rain, the mission the same. He missed it cause he missing the change, but still in the case. It's like singing refrain, even if it's in decay. Simple and plain, this is the way. Yo, that was the book, now turn a page, earn a wage. Other than serving that Uma Thurman face. Swerve the case, cause when it's time to eat what you sow, you spitting out the taste. Who made your man join NASA? Bullets sent him outer space. His man survived just like he died too. You see it in his face, so now he lived to take the life. Just for the life he can't replace. Multiply that pain, the whole gang feel the same way. So to the death, gladiator game. And even the death, they eating off your name. It's all just a post on the page, right? You know, just keep scrolling and keep scrolling. And just act blind to it, like your eyes don't witness. Matter of fact, put it in your car, ride with it. It's entertainment, right?
I guess if we celebrate Black Death and destruction like it's nothing, turn it up then.
Y'all ever think about that shit like what we here for? It's money, nigga. Why the fuck you can't see that, man?
Yeah, nobody said you got the cash.